I just finished watching this white boy video. The hell do you do about this, right? I'm embarrassed that I'm in drama. I'm too mature for this. Yet here I am in drama. Uh, let's talk. Let's talk. So white boy made a video. Some of my takeaways on the emotional side. I could see him going through the same things that I go through, right? He would go from anger to still a relationship. And that's what I do too. It's the exact same thing I've got going on. I keep saying, like, this guy fucked me over several times. And he says, Woody, get over it, right? Never any counter. We'll talk. And then, but there's another part of me, like he mentioned he bought new socks. And it's like, right. I remembered how much joy socks brought white boy. And I think it's neat. It warmed my heart to hear that he got new socks because, like an idiot, I still care for this guy. We went through this shared experience of like YouTube, like this metaphor in my head is like there's a tornado and it's spinning, and it's fame and it's fortune. And we both rode this thing to near the top of YouTube. And that's pretty amazing. And White Boy was one of the people I was closer to in this ride. But everything I've said is true. And what's interesting is like when I make one of these videos and say, hey, this is what happened. When White Boy makes his side, he says, yeah, it's true. I uploaded a video that's called The Truth, and it wasn't true. And that thing about not being involved in trying to steal Woody's staff, I actually was on several of those calls. That's in his video. But then he accused me of some things that were totally untrue. Something about server terrorism. He even said, I don't think Woody was involved in this. Yeah, I'd never heard of this before. I have nothing. And then I'm not even, like, he said it was something to do with extra accounts logging on. That's a normal, white boy, you to me. That doesn't sound like server terrorism. Like, people log on extra accounts to my server all the time. In the factions game mode, you do that to get extra power so you can have more claims so that you can have a bigger base. They're alt accounts. We've got people who line up multiple alt accounts in our spawn with like letters on their chest and they spell out words. Or when we banned a popular player, they all dressed up like him as a tribute. Alter counts are not server terrorism. I don't know what you saw or whatever, but one, I don't know what you're talking about. And two, it doesn't even sound like a server attack to have people on your server. No idea what that is. And that, like, that's the contrast between our videos. I say, White Boy was in these calls trying to do me wrong. White Boy, knocked me off the page, knowing that, like, and then lied about it to everyone. White Boy uploaded the video called The Truth. This video called The Truth was on the YouTube homepage. Like, it's hard to, like, I think a lot of people are like, dude, it's the internet. Get your freaking priorities in order. But for me, it's not just the internet. Like, the internet is part of my social life and it's my professional life. And like, unless you've been attacked like professionally and at school, as if that could happen at the same time. Like you've got one guy spreading rumors on you and everyone at school hates you. And then on the other hand, you're at work as a grown up and this guy's trying to get you fired. And that's what it's like when, there's YouTube drama. And it's like, fucking, it's no good. I don't like it. I'm too old, too mature for it. I was going to say too old, but I'd rather be more flattering. I'm embarrassed that I'm in this drama right now. That's the truth of it. I'm embarrassed that I'm in this drama right now. But here I am. I didn't mean to be here. I found my way here. These things happen, I guess. So, White Boy, I wish that you would talk this out with me. I offered to talk it out with you, and you didn't. And I'm trying not to throw more fuel on the fire. Like, I have thoughts in my head that would do that. Like for example, why don't you want to talk to me? I think it's because the facts are on my side. I think it's because that if we were to get together and discuss all the shit you did, you'd be like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. There'd be no denying it. And heck, even in your videos, it's, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. And then the stuff I supposedly didn't happen. That I didn't do anything with your goddamn domain. Never touched it. Don't own it. I showed you a list of every domain I own. Not there. Innocent. This thing about alt attacks that you know I didn't do. You said I didn't do it. Yet somehow you bring it up as if maybe. Bullshit. Stop it. Stop it. Let's just stick to truths here. The thing about how you never sided with Thunder, link in the description. Link in the description to your video where you sided with Thunder. That's where I got that from. I got it because you said it. I do accept this. I believe that in your heart you don't. I believe that you may have said that because you didn't know what to say. Like, here's how it's playing out in my head. And God, I don't want to put thoughts in your mouth. But maybe you didn't want to tell everyone that you refused the PKA entrance because you didn't want Thunder to point his guns at you. So you just stayed out of it. And because you didn't want to say that, which is what you told me privately, you said, I kind of agreed with Thunder on that. And maybe you never meant you agreed with Thunder on it. You were just trying to, like, not say a motive that was less pure, you know, that you didn't want to take any shit. Because that's the truth. That's what you told me. I like I said, so many times over, I feel like over the years, I've just been a much better friend to you than you've been to me. I feel like, it was neat to hear your video talk about what a savage you were at 21, 22. And in some ways, that's kind of true. Like, you were like, I didn't need you to stand up against Hutch with me. And I thought, well, I wish you told me that at the time, because I wouldn't have. I didn't really think your giveaways were a good thing. I was just being a good friend. And at great cost, like, there was clearly like a good guy and a bad guy on that. And, I feel like maybe I regret it. I feel like I sided with the bad guy, you doing the, like, YouTube algorithm manipulation. Like, how is that the good guy? But I did it because we were friends. And now you're like, I'm a savage. I didn't need your help. Okay, I get that. And he's, you uploaded that video full of lies about me. And you're like, so I asked you to take it down. I asked Machinima to ask you to take it down because it wasn't true. Machinima asked you to take it down and you said no. You're like, fuck off. I was a savage. And, like, there's a part of me, like a little Team White Boy part of me that's like, yeah, that is savage, stick it to the man, go get your money. But as the guy that video was telling lies about on the YouTube homepage, it doesn't feel very savage. It feels fucking shady. It feels mean. And we're supposed to be friends. And I was your friend for so long through tough times, all this hate shit, and you weren't mine. And yeah, you say I'm stalking you. That's a whole new line of accusation. I'm not stalking you. I'm not paying attention to you. I'm not tweeting at you. You have me blocked on Twitter. I didn't even notice. I didn't know. I'm not talking to you. I'm not stalking you. Shut up. That's just stupid. But, like, you get these people to believe that I am, and that's your superpower. I think every time I've been in drama with White Boy, I've lost because I'm hampered by just sticking to truth. But people watching your video right now are thinking, oh yeah, cyber attacks and stalking and illegal recording, not illegal. Link in the description again. I've got all the truth. Every time we do one of these things, I say, dude, all the things he's saying aren't true. And there's no source, there's no backup, no nothing. All the things I say are true. By the way, they agreed with me. Like, White Boy's like, yeah, I was on those calls. Yeah, I did do those things. Yeah, I did make it. The video was filled with lies. Like, White Boy's confirming everything I said. All the things White Boy's saying not true. When I say, there's not two sides to every story, he took great offense to that. And what I'm saying is, I've been nothing but honest with you guys. And, sometimes one person's right and the other person's wrong. And that's where we are here. I'm actually working hard to put myself in his shoes. Wings made a good point, like, time passes and people evolve. I like that. One of the mistakes I make in business all the time is I'm too trusting. I've paid way too many developers and builders in Minecraft world before they were done, and then they just don't finish. Um, I don't know. I don't want to say more because I feel like you'll figure out like people I'm talking about, and I don't mean to badmouth anyone. And I've hired loads of devs and builders, so you couldn't figure out who's who. But nobody current, by the way. Anyway, I feel like that mistake of being too trusting. Hell, I paid contractors on this house too early, stuff like that. Um, I trust people and I get burned sometimes, and I was trying not to do that with White Boy. But again, like the freaking back to the socks, right? Like I'm. If people don't know, when White Boy went through that fame and fortune tornadoes, one of the ways that he rewarded himself for his hard work was he bought new socks, and he loved them. There's something nice about new socks that even once washed socks don't quite match. And he wore new socks every day for a year. And he got new socks today, and it was like, I remember the old days. Like we were partners in this ride. And now we're not. And it sucks. And I don't want to be in drama. But I also, like, if I let that pile of crap be last word, then I'm smeared again. White Boy doesn't want to talk to me. No, White Boy only wants to talk to me if I embarrass myself first. So fuck off. Like, you coward. Stop that. You know why. It's because everything I'm saying is perfectly true. So that's where this is. I still hold affection for White Boy. I'd love to talk to him and work it out. He doesn't want the same. So that's where this is. I don't even know how else to put it. I want to like wrap this up and put a bow. Here's what I'll say. Hey, White Boy, call me. We'll talk and sort this out like grown-ups instead of this video nonsense. But my conscience is clear. I've done nothing but stick to the truth since the beginning. So I guess I hope you guys enjoyed the video.